Welcome everybody. Okay, so this is one of my Umizoomi videos, which is just my personal vlogs for what I'm going through in my journey to improving myself and my weight loss journey and my journey as a wife and a mother. It's just like a zoom in of me personally versus the Assalamu Alaikum Alabama videos that are geared towards the family. So if you have been following my juice fast journey or liquid fast journey, you know that it's something I am very passionate about, and that I'm at a point, I'm at a crossroads in my life right now when it comes to my weight loss journey and my journey to self-improvement. And I told you guys in my last video that there were 3 things that I wanted to do this year, and I've done 2 of them, and lose this weight is the last thing. I've struggled with my weight my entire life. I was not a chubby child. I don't come from a family of heavy-set people. The more I started filling out, and my family would say stuff like, oh, you better watch what you eat because you're getting fluffy and you don't want to get fat, and if you continue to eat like that, you're going to be big as a house. And I didn't know it at the time, but it was, my aunts and my mother projecting their weight loss issues on me. This was how they felt about themselves. They felt like, oh, if I hadn't eaten so much, I wouldn't be this big, and I don't want that to happen to my daughter. It didn't feel like it was coming from a place of love at the time, but it definitely was. Now that I'm older, I can see that because I do that to my daughter, and it's something that I'm working on because Amaria, she's exactly like me. If you've seen her in the videos, she looks exactly like me. She's just like I was when I was her age. And I feel like I have funded her with that food addiction because she does everything she sees me do. And she's seen me in my food addiction. And so this is something that I like to do. So it's something that she would like to do with me, just to spend the time with me, instead of doing something healthier like hiking or gardening, or, you know what I'm saying? Our thing would be watching movies. Yes. What? Okay, that's her. Bye. Anyways, so that's the sea moss. I'll get back to that later. So yeah, I started having an unhealthy relationship with food when my mother would criticize the way that I ate and what I was eating, and it just made me so uncomfortable. I just never wanted to eat around her, so I would eat in private. And when I began to eat in private, I would obviously overindulge. I would binge because I didn't want to eat in front of my mother. And I was always with my mother, so I didn't know when the next time I would be able to eat comfortably and without her eye upon me. So it went from wanting to just eat in private to me hiding food under my bed, to me hiding whole trays of food under my bed and cookie dough, and you know what I'm saying, stealing food out of the grocery store because my mother only had healthy stuff in the house and I wanted junk. I was telling my husband the other day how so many parents now take their kids to fast food restaurants. My mother never took us to fast food restaurants, and it was so bad. It's not a bad thing, it's a good thing, but when you're a kid and you go places with your cousins and their mom is buying them Happy Meals and your mom is telling you, eat an apple. You know what I'm saying? Like, or wait till we get home. And you're just sitting there, after you play at the playground with them, watching them eat their ice cream and chicken nuggets and play with their toy that they got in their Happy Meal. It sucked. So I was like, when I get older, I'm going to eat whatever I want. And that's how I got here. And it goes deep, man. I never really thought about that stuff until I got on this liquid fast, and I just began to just dissect myself and think, what is it that makes me overeat? Why do I love to eat this food so much? Why do I love to be alone with it? Why is it what I'm always thinking about? How is it making me feel? What is it solving? How is this serving me? Because it's not, it's hurting me. And when you realize that, it's just like a light goes off. So anyways, this is day 17 of my liquid fast. It's been going really, really good. I've lost a lot of weight in a really short amount of time. Okay, so this was my first day. I started on August 27th, and I had my little cheat meal the night before, and I jumped straight into the liquid fast the very next day. I started at 222 pounds and 6 ounces. This was my first meal. It was a beet juice with collard greens and a few limes, and it was disgusting. Within like 4 days, my weight shot down to 215, and it just kept coming off after that. So on day 15, I cheated. Yes. And I'm just going to be transparent with you guys, because this is not something that I'm going to start and stop. This is something that I'm just going to continue doing until I reach 100 days. On day 15, I cheated. And I didn't just say, oh, I'm going to cheat today. I can't deal with this anymore. No, it didn't happen like that. On day 14, I made my family mashed potatoes, green beans, and meatloaf. Oh my God, it smelled so freaking good. I hadn't eaten that whole day. I had only had a juice and a smoothie. And so I was starving. And I said, you know what? I really want to cheat, but I'm not. Look at this face. When you see this face, I hope you see me. And you see this? You see how I feeds this man? You see that? I want some so bad, y'all. I want some.
Yeah,
so
she want to get skinny,
bad.
but she wants me fat. But guess what? See, I come from an era where Big Papa was in.
That's right, Daddy. It's hot. He crazy because it just came out the oven. I don't even know how I know y'all see the steam coming off of it. It's good, babe.
Mm-hmm.
None for me.
I love it when they call me Big Papa.
So as I was making everybody's plate, as I was cooking, as I was smelling the smells and seasoning the food, I love cooking, first of all. And just because you love cooking doesn't mean you have to love eating. You see what I'm saying? And I can differentiate that for a very long time. It's not the eating part that makes you love cooking. It's just the creating. It's the creative aspects of it. And have you ever made like a lot of food for a lot of people, maybe like during Eid or something like that? And when you get through cooking, you're not even hungry. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. So I'm smelling the smells, and I made my husband's plate, and I was like, man, that just looks so good. And I felt like I was missing out. You know what I'm saying? But I had to tell myself, girl, you know, you're not going to be on this liquid fast forever. This is not always going to be like this. And it's okay to want it, but you don't have to eat it. And if you don't eat it, how good are you going to feel about yourself tomorrow morning when you wake up? So I said, you know what? I'm just going to go to bed. I was tired anyway. And when I woke up in the morning, I was like, wow, I did it. So I was really, really happy. And I was proud of myself. And I was like, okay, this is the result of willpower. This is what it's all about. Now I feel like I can do this. So that was day 15. 14 was the meatloaf, day 15. And I woke up and I was 212. That was, see, day 15 was Tuesday. Monday I got on the scale and I was 214. No, Sunday I was 214. Monday, the day after, on day 15 was the 10th. I'm looking at my calendar. Day 15 was the 10th. That morning I was 212. I lost 2 pounds. This weight is coming off so fast now. When I first started the liquid fast, it was coming off a little slow. But I think once I got all my detox out the way, and you know, the way sea moss works is it helps your thyroid, and a lot of weight loss issues come from imbalanced hormones. So the sea moss helps with that, as well as inflammation and all the other yucky stuff that we have going on inside our bodies when we eat a standard American diet. So the 12 pounds, the 212 on the scale was just like confirmation for me. And I was like, okay, I need to just keep doing what I'm doing and stay strong. So that day, that morning when I woke up, I was like hungry, you know. So around 2 o'clock, I drank a smoothie and I had a soup with my smoothie. And that soup, it was it was a cream of potato soup. And it had potato chunks in it. And I was like, wow, you know, this has got a little texture to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a soup, but it's not all liquid. But I ate it anyway. And that chewing and that texture of the potatoes and you know what I'm saying? It just did something to me. And usually after I have a soup and a smoothie, I'm good for like 8 hours. After I ate that soup, an hour later, I was like, I want some food. I wasn't experiencing any physical hunger, but that mental hunger and that addictive mind just took over. And the addictive mind is the same for everybody, whether you're addicted to food, whether you're addicted to drugs, whether you're addicted to alcohol, whether you're addicted to pornography, whether you're addicted to sex, whether you're addicted to exercise, whatever your addiction is, the addictive mind is the nuffs, you know what I'm saying? It just is, it's like your gen nature. That's the perfect word to describe it, because you're no longer your human self. That thing is spiritual, and it is like demonic. And before I knew it, I was on my Waiter app ordering Burger King. And not just a little bit of Burger King. I ordered a double Whopper, a large onion ring, a large fry, a 10-piece nugget, and a pie. And a pie. So, yeah, I binged. And binging for me always happens at that 2 week mark. I knew it, and it was exactly 14 days, and I cheated. I found this really relevant quote by Morgan Freeman, and I love Morgan Freeman. He looks just like my dad. It says, self-control is strength, calmness is mastery. You have to get to a point where your mood doesn't shift based on the insignificant actions of someone else, or even yourself. Don't allow others to control the direction of your life. Don't allow your emotions to overpower your intelligence. Say hey. Okay, so yeah, at the 2 week mark, I always cheat, man. It doesn't matter. Molly, go dada. It doesn't matter. Am I outside? Oh well. Doesn't matter how good I'm doing, how good I'm feeling, even though I'm not having cravings anymore. It happened. Back to the drawing board. Why did this happen? What triggered this? You know, I have to get back on track tomorrow. So I did. And I didn't say, okay, I'm going to start my 100 days all over. No. I cheated on day 15. This is a 100-day liquid fast. So today would technically be day 17, but because I had that texture soup that day, and the next day I had the Burger King and McDonald's, I took those 2 days away. This is my personal calendar for my weight loss journey, and at the bottom there it just says, forgive yourself and keep it pushing, boo, you got this. And that's just a reminder to be gentle with myself, and that this is a lifestyle change. It's not just a quick fix. So I'm at 87 days to 100. So now I put myself back at day 15, and I have 87 more days to go till I get to my 100-day goal. So yesterday I had, you know, everything I was supposed to have, all my liquids, everything was liquid, and I was fine. I was super grumpy. I was super swollen. I peed all day long, but you know, I got through it, and I didn't feel like, oh my God, I'm gonna cheat again. Usually when I have a cheat day, it'll turn into a cheat week. That cheat week usually turns into a cheat month. Remember, Tuesday, I'm looking at my calendar. Tuesday, I was 212. I haven't weighed 212 since 2015. When I started the liquid fast, I was 222. It's been 17 days. I cheated 2 of those days. Went from 222 to 214 and 1, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 7, 8. Okay, so by day 8, I was 214. I'm from 222 to 214 in 8 days. How many pounds is that, babe? Huh? From 222 to 214, that is 8 pounds. I lost 8 pounds in 8 days. From day 8 to day 12, I lost another 2 pounds. I went from 214 to 212, which was 4 days. I lost 2 pounds in 4 days and got down to 212. Tuesday, I was 212. Today, I'm 216. You see what I'm saying? And I know that that 4 pounds that I've gained is not fat. You can't gain fat that quick, but it's inflammation and it's mucus. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man. Bill, wasn't I a big person that criticized Dr. Sebi?
Yeah.
I was like, man, this man is a charlatan. He is not for real. He is capitalizing off of this. Even in his death, he's capitalizing off of this. People listen to Dr. Sebi more than they listen to Prophet Muhammad and follow the Sunnah. But he was on to something with this mucus thing, man. Because even in my bowel movements, there's mucus. So I'm just saying, Molly
said she got something she wants to say.
What do you want to say, Molly?
You want to talk to the people? Talk to the people. Mucus. Mucus.
Loma kiss, look. Mwah. Oh no, don't touch the camera.
Okay, what about the discussion we had last night?
About mucus?
What about meat in the Quran?
Oh, so Bill and I got into a debate about the consumption of meat in the Quran, what Allah says about eating meat, and the consumption of meat in culturally in Islam. He was basically saying that there's nowhere in the Quran that says you should eat meat, and I told him the ayat about how, you know, we get a beneficial liquid from the cow's belly, but he was saying that still doesn't say eat meat, but we can't get nourishment from it. You see what I'm saying? So it's controversial.
Basically what I'm saying is that all of the ayats in the Quran that we mostly interpret to mean eating meat is talking about benefits that come from animals. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's nothing specifically in the Quran that says eat meat.
That's true.
I mean, we do find that, you know, in the hadith, we do find it in tradition in Islam, but it's nothing specifically in the Quran that talk about eating meat.
Well, we'll make a video about that. This is a Umi Zumi, so you ain't even supposed to be in it.
Oh.
Anywho, and I do, just to piggyback off what he said, even though he's not supposed to be in my video, when I do consume meat, it makes me, Molly, I gotta wrap it up. When I do consume meat, it makes me extremely aggressive. And we were talking about last night how in nature, omnivores are predators. And so maybe it's the meat that makes them aggressive. You see what I'm saying? Because when I eat meat, even especially when I was pregnant, I was really sensitive to meat. I spent most of my pregnancy, I was vegan, except for in the beginning of my pregnancy, I did keto. And it just made me like, ah. So that's where I am.
Blood pressure went up.
Yeah, my blood pressure went through the roof. I can't eat meat, y'all. I just can't do it. It makes my blood pressure go crazy. Even fish. So that's just me, though. That's just my body type. That might be my dosha. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's different. But I will do an update on my juice, my liquid fasting every Friday. I know I definitely am going to start incorporating more juices because I have slacked up on juices a lot. Because when I'm liquid fasting, I'm not hungry really. And I keep myself busy. And it's easier for me to stick to this way of nourishing myself when I stay busy. Because it doesn't take me any time to just drink my nourishment. So I'm going to, inshallah, this week coming up, start incorporating more juices. This weekend, I have a funeral to go to tomorrow, and we're going to be traveling. We had a death in the family, and I need to detox. So I'm going to do, what is that, slop? Oh, babe, pass me that lip pencil. I didn't call you. Pass me that lip pencil and that lip gloss off the dresser. If you like this lip look, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? My light doing weird things. Molly! Oh Lord, she just messed up my whole little setup. Okay. If you like what I'm doing with my lips today, this is from Dollar Tree. This lip pencil, it's a dual lip pencil from Dollar Tree. And you already know what I'm about to say. Shayla Gloss. Let me see if it'll focus. I don't think there's focus on my front facing camera. But this is the Shayla Iridescent Gloss. And I just line my lips with this part of the pencil. Pee-pee. I line my lips with this part of the pencil. And then, can I take a picture? Yep. Let me take a picture. I just got a new phone. I line my lips with that part of the pencil, and then the lighter part, because it's like a mauve. And what would you call this color? Amy Hawkins had the perfect description of this kind of color. What's it, Mom? What's mauve? You pee-peed in your potty? Pot. Yay! You do it. She pee-peed.
Yeah.
Oh. What?
Are you done?
No.
Come on, flash.
Okay, and then I got the lighter part, and I came on the inside like this.
Flash.
What's that lighter color?
Flash. Then put a hand in.
Like that.
Flash. Flash.
And then
Flash.
I got the iridescent gloss, and I just went over it with it. See, it's still a little bit on there.
Look at that big pee-pee in her papa.
And I just came back with it.
Flash. Flash. Yay! Yeah, pat.
Ooh, that was a good one. So yeah, that's how I got that look. I don't get paid by Shayla Gloss or anything like that. I just really I love her lip gloss. I don't know if she uses, I don't know what she uses, but I don't like lip gloss. I never have liked lip gloss. I've never been a lip gloss user. I was a Carmex and Cocoa Butter girl before Shayla Gloss came into my life. But I just love her gloss, and I love her as my Muslim sister. She's good people, so I support her, and it's halal. And a lot of these halal cosmetics companies, man, number one, I just feel like they try so hard to be like these Kafirs, but that's another story. And this was, I think, $1. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. She's got great prices. She ain't trying to take your head off. She always does specials. She's super sweet. Her packaging is adorable. So, I mean, I love Shayla Gloss. That's why I'm always trying to put y'all on it, because you're going to love it too when you try it. But that's it for this video. And I'm going to do a weigh-in after the video so y'all can see what I weigh now versus what I weighed Tuesday. And then I'll be back Friday with another video, inshallah, next Friday with an update. So, Juma Mubarak. Thank you for watching. And we're going to head to Juma now, inshallah. What time is it?
Time to go.
Yeah, it's time to go. And we got a nikah to go to today, too. So, assalamu alaikum.